Sponsored by Stand Up to All Hate. Call a timeout against hate.
Hey, the Pro Bowl games rosters have been announced.
Say again.
That's right. Yeah,
what
the
is
Pro
it?
Bowl games. It's not actually a Pro Bowl. They don't actually play a game
Wasn't there
anymore.
a show called When We Mattered or something like that? Wasn't there like, I don't know. Okay.
I mean, the players matter. It's just the game itself doesn't. Right?
Yeah.
It's so lame. Like, they started rattling off, like, the events and, what is it, like cornhole and all these other goofy events that are taking place. There's no actual game. It's a flag football tournament, and it's like, all right, dude. So the game's not – but the honor is still there. If you're a Pro Bowler, you're a Pro Bowler. I'm just trying to figure out why on the NFC side at the quarterback position, Jared Goff makes sense, Sam Darnold makes sense, Jayden Daniels over Baker Mayfield doesn't make sense.
Why not?
Because I know everybody loves Jayden Daniels and everybody wants to celebrate him because, hey, it's the cool thing to do. Baker Mayfield had a better year, and it's not even close.
Yeah, but it's not about better year, Jonas.
Why not?
Because it's not. The Pro Bowl has never been about who has the better year statistically. It's about people voting, players voting, fans voting, and I believe coaches deciding on the players that they felt, should be the Pro Bowlers. Like all those guys, like you can look at guys like London Fletcher, or you can look at like Tom Brady or other players in the past. They don't make the Pro Bowl, and they may have had a better year statistically. It's kind of like it's one of those things that has always been a part of the Pro Bowl. Like it just doesn't necessarily matter what the stat line was. It's who selected. Plexico Burress never made a Pro Bowl, and one year I think maybe 2 years he led all receivers in yards or some. He had some type of crazy stat. You look at his stat line, never made the Pro Bowl. Like you can go. There's a long laundry list of guys that you would say, okay, statistically speaking, they should have made the Pro Bowl, and they didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Okay, question. Even though they don't go head-to-head against each other in that respect, do you count like a game? Because we've used this argument for Lamar Jackson over Josh Allen. They played each other. Lamar played better. Josh Allen still has better odds to win the MVP. In this case, Baker Mayfield, Jayden Daniels, they played each other. Baker Mayfield outplayed him.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's taken into consideration as it applies to the Pro Bowl. I think
I'm just saying, like if you're picking between the two, do you put it in consideration?
I don't think so.
If it's not about the best season and it's about the best story, then why are we even doing it?
Yeah, but I mean, you're saying it's the best season, but if you really think about it, I mean, look at where Washington has been. Washington
has already clinched a spot for that matter. I mean, Tampa's got to win this week in order to win the division and get in.
I just think looking at it from it's not necessarily based upon it being the best story. You're looking at it like, okay, Jayden Daniels just came in and had the biggest impact on Washington's football team. Like, I don't think anyone will argue that. And I think that creates a level of popularity amongst the fan base, probably more popular at this moment in time in terms of and even visibility than what Baker Mayfield is in Tampa. It has probably something to do with the market. It probably has something to do with where he was drafted and the relevance of where he was drafted, because Baker is a little ways removed from his draft pick year.
Geno Smith said something about Leonard Williams not getting in and said that there is, based on that market, maybe
there's market bias. There's market bias, 100%.
For the Pro Bowl,
there's market bias because it's a lot of people
just
say,
not watch.
In a lot of ways, people will say the Pro Bowl is a popularity contest.
Like the Seahawks are at that 4:05 Eastern time window. Never mind, we don't have time for that. What?
Not only is there a bias, I think there's an element of again laziness that comes along to it, in the sense that once a guy gets in, and I used to think this used to happen on the offensive line, and you'll know off the top of my head who is the player we're talking about, but like he had just got benched. It wasn't Saturday, was it?
Oh,
there was someone who had just gotten benched, and they literally made the Pro Bowl that year.
I think it was Jeff Saturday.
And sometimes it's like for the offensive lineman, people would just kind of vote and be like, all right, well, he was in last year, or he's been in for like 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
Like they don't really take a fine comb and go, all right, if you watch the tape on this guy's not having a great year, maybe he should be a part of it.
They said that about Ray Lou a few years. Like the years in between Saragusa and Sam Adams to Haloti Ngata, he did not have the best years, but he was still going to the Pro Bowl every year. A lot of people said that, and they were like, why isn't London Fletcher going to the Pro Bowl? Well, because Ray Lewis is in that division. Or in that conference. So that's, to me, that's a 100% what it is. Like when I was trying to make the Pro Bowl, I forget who was. It was like Derek Brooks. I forget who it was. But they were like, hey, bruh, like, you better get comfortable not getting in unless dude gets hurt, because if he doesn't get hurt, he's going. And what it turns into is it's a fraternity of dudes that meet up in Honolulu and then go to Waikiki and kick it, and it's all the same dudes doing the same exact things every single year. And I got a chance to understand it that way. So when I was like, I was going into my 4th year, I got hurt. Right? The fourth, when I was going for my 4th Pro Bowl, I got hurt, and I was like, dang, all I got to do is get back on the field. I just got to get back on the field. If I can get back on the field, I'm going to get this Pro Bowl bid. I'm going to get my 4th one. I'm going to get back healthy, and then I'm going to get back on another run. I'm going to get like 7, 8 Pro Bowl. It didn't happen that way.
LaVar, why'd you return early? Waikiki.
I had to get back to Waikiki. But, yeah, I mean, honestly speaking, that's real. That's real. You could have been playing your ass off. You could have came into this league playing your ass off. And if it's Peyton Manning if it's between you and Peyton Manning, Peyton is going. Case closed. It's not even a debate. What's his stat line? Don't matter. He ain't going. Peyton's going. And that's at least from the players' vote. The players look at it. They're like, look, I know I ain't going, so they just look at the names that they know, and they select the names that they know. You go in your room, it's like, okay, who you got off of this list? And then everybody puts who they got off of that list, and then you just move on from it. In a lot of ways, it is a very lazy approach to how you choose your Pro Bowlers. I hate to be the bearer of that news.
I mean, I would say that they did get it right in the fact that Mahomes didn't make it. Not that he's going to participate anyways, because they're probably playing in the Super Bowl, but he didn't make it. So the guys that got in over Mahomes all had better years. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Like, feels like they got that one right. The running backs who left teams that had no use for him anymore, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, all made it.
It'd be so cool to see them type of games, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to see them all line up and match up against the defense. That'd be so fun to see it. But
no, but do pickleball instead. You know, that'll make up for it. So, yeah.
Sponsored by Stand Up to All Hate. Call a timeout against hate.